Hi guys, and welcome to Just So Rare. In today's video, I will hopefully answer the most frequently asked question I'm asked, and that is, when is the best time to either buy or sell a player? In my opinion, certain users of the platform put far too much emphasis on the player's last five average score. They will make the decision on whether they want to buy that player purely based on that one score without doing any further research. I will hopefully demonstrate to you what I look for in hopefully benefiting from users like that. So firstly, if you've got a player in your gallery and you think, yeah, it's time to sell, the first thing you need to do is go in your gallery, and I always sort by highest average score. Now, for the example I'm going to use today, I'll use Diego Valdez. Now, I obviously own this guy. He's one of my favorite players on the platform, so I'm not looking to sell regardless. So it's just purely for demonstration purposes I'm using him. So as you can see, his last five average score is 61. However, and more importantly, his next game to drop off that average, he only scored a score of 32. So if Diego Valdez hits a decisive score or has a good game and he'll score 60, 70 next game, that average is obviously going to go up. And in theory, his price should too, because his average is going to be higher than 61. Now, if you've got a player in your gallery and you're thinking, yeah, I've got a sort of similar player, and the score that's going to be knocked off next is a low score, I would look at that player's fixture and see if you believe that he would hit a higher score than the one that's going to fall off. If the answer is yes, then I wouldn't be looking to sell him at this moment in time. I would wait for his next game and pray to God that he does hit a good score. If he does, then I almost guarantee that whatever that player's price is today, if his average went up by 5 points to 66, he would be worth more than he is today. And that's when I would be looking to sell the player. Now, there might be players in your gallery like this, and like myself, you've got no interest in selling him. However, if you have got a player like that, this is exactly what I would look for. Now, it's a bit trickier when you're looking to buy a player because there's going to be a lot of research involved. But for today's example, again, a player that I own is Brian Lozano. Now, I've researched this player thoroughly, and if I didn't own him, because he's in a bad run of form at this moment in time, as you can see, his average is 34 and he's not hit higher than 42 in the last five games. However, due to the research I know, or that I've done, I know this player, in my opinion, is a quality player. And I'm purely basing that on his stats from seasons gone by. For example, season 2019 to 20, in 29 matches, his goal and assist contribution was 20, which is a phenomenal record. And he has also got, throughout his career, a history of goals and assists. Last season was poor because he broke his leg. So he was out for a lot of the season, and he was coming on towards the end of the season just to substitute appearances. So even though it says 21 matches, he probably didn't start half of them. Also to note, Lozano is Santos, his penalty taker. So again, that's key for me when I do in research. I like penalty takers, set piece takers, for example. Now, there's no guarantees that he's going to rediscover his form, but he's only 28. In theory, he should be coming to his peak of his career now. So I'd be more than happy to take a punt on him now while his price is low. Because if he does rediscover his form and he starts producing numbers like that, he's going to be worth 10 times what you're going to be paying for him now. So the things I would look for in particular is next fixtures, whether they've got an easier game. You know, it's not going to make a massive difference to his average unless he puts in two or three good scores on the bounce. But if you believe he's going to hit higher than 38, his average is going to go up a little bit. And then the hope is he continues to do that. So in short, when looking, and this might sound obvious, but I don't think a lot of people realise exactly how the system works on the last five averages. when you're looking to sell a player, if you're happy to release that player or sell him, look for players who are in good form, who you believe have either got tricky fixtures coming up and they might not hit the good scores, so their average is going to go down. And likewise, when they're in poor form, look for players who have got easier fixtures, who you believe are going to hit better scores than they have, so their averages goes up. Again, I've used this system almost since day one of being on the platform, and I'm telling you it works. Now, unless you've got players in your gallery that you're attached to, like I am with Valdez, then just don't be greedy. If you can make a decent profit on players, then you can just keep repeating this process. And trust me, you will make constant, decent profit on most trades. One key thing to add as well, especially with players who you're looking to buy who are out of form, go on Sorare Data and look at their previous goal or score history. And as you can see, Lozano, prior to him getting injured, he was knocking in 60 scores quite frequently. And like I said, if he was to produce that sort of score in 5 games, then I don't know what his value is now, about €175. If he was to produce decent scores in a 3-4 match period, then he's going to be worth a lot more than that. So that wraps up today's video. If you've got any questions, any suggestions, what you would like to see, please put on the description below and I'll cover it. So like I say, guys, it's your investment, your money. You've got to play the game how you want. I'm only demonstrating what I know that it works, basically, because I've been doing it for about 20 months now. Hope you find this useful. And thanks for watching, guys. Much appreciated. See you soon.